Hey everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Deborah and I'm gonna be talking about Descendants of the Sun in this episode of my TEARAMA with Deborah, which consists of tea and dramas. And I just finished watching episode 12 of Descendants of the Sun, and it just reminded me of how this drama is different from other dramas, in that you remember how in the beginning, in the first episode, they were already attracted to each other, they started dating or planning their date, and they broke up already by episode 2, and everyone was like, look at how this drama is moving too fast, like it doesn't happen in dramas. And now we are just at episode 12, but episode 12 felt like it was the end of the drama. It felt like it was episode 16 and we are done with the drama. And I'm like, hold up, what the heck is gonna happen again? Just end this drama right here. This is like the perfect ending. Everyone will be happy. But no, Descendants of the Sun has to bring more things our way. If not, it will be Descendants of the Sun. That's just what makes it special. It gives us all the good before it brings the bad our way. But I'm gonna be talking to you about episode 12. Without further ado, my name is Deborah. Let's go.
shotgun 얼굴 따위로 아이돌 하는 놈 아니니깐 follow me high tone shotgun 실력만으로 아이돌 하는 놈 암기 가서 나온 놈이 샵 두더지 유엔 난 따라가지.
Alright, so this episode was so freaking good. Like, if they just decide not to show us episode 15 and 16 and just end in this episode, I'll be so freaking happy. It felt like the ending. It felt like everything that ended, just the way everything ended was the perfect ending to a perfect drama. But that is obviously not the ending. Let's start with the side characters and then we'll go to the main characters. Who here is shipping the bromance between Onyu and the guy that he abandoned and all? I am shipping their friendship. I want him, Onyu, and Kim Ki-bom to be 3 best friends because he's already close to Kim Ki-bom. So I don't want the friendship with Kim Ki-bom to be broken, because I was going to see the friendship between him and Kim Ki-bom as a friendship between So De-young and Yoo Si-jin. But no problem, Onyu can enter into the picture and they can be 3 good friends, and Onyu can be like the third person, like the bomb soldier that can take care of bombs and all. He can be the third person in this whole mix. But I really ship that, so I'm really happy with their friendship. I'm happy they've squashed everything and they're on good terms now. But it was so funny when the little child was telling him he was a goat and he didn't understand what he was saying, and he was just saying whatever the heck he understood. And it's just funny because it reminded me of us when we're watching dramas, Korean dramas, and there are no subtitles and we really don't know how to speak Korean fluently, so we just guess whatever they're saying at certain parts. Certain parts, yes, we do understand, but certain parts we just don't know, and we just come to the conclusion of whatever we want to come to the conclusion of, that is what's happening. But that's actually not what is happening. Sometimes it is what is happening, but sometimes it's just not what you thought you were hearing that is actually going on. So that was really funny and cute. I love that scene. Also, I have to take my hats off to Myungju's dad. Like, he just keeps getting better and better. I just love how he was not having the mess from that aid or whatever the heck he is, the tourism guy. He was just not having his crap, and he's like, look here, I will take responsibility, but look here, Mr. You, I don't, kind of like what Yoo Si-jin said, I don't know what you're talking about, like what country you are serving and you are helping and how you guys run your things, but my soldiers, even one person's life is a matter of national security. As long as it is a Korean's life, we care about each and every single life and not just the number or the international community, etc. So I really like how he handled that and how he was willing to take responsibility for that. And the president, I love how they shine such a good light on the president. If only every president can be like that president. Like, when the president came and he told him, no, you're not to take responsibility, you did no wrong, I legit felt like I should just start crying. I felt so emotional at that scene because it's not easy to see presidents like that president and all. Like, it's not easy to find people like that in the political scene in this day and time. But just the message that was passed across in that scene was so touching. I felt so touched. I really wanted to cry. Like, my eyes were beginning to like well up, but I didn't cry. But it was really touching, and I love that scene. And I was like, goodness, my respect for this guy. Myungju's dad just keeps getting better. Now we know where Myungju gets it all from. It's from her dad. Like, her dad doesn't play. The scene where So Young decided to stand up. Oh, the romance gave me so much life in this drama. But the scene where So Young decided to go with the 3 alpha team, like the 3 main alpha team members, to go and help Yushin. I'm like, this is my boo right here. I was so proud of him, and I was so proud of the other alpha team members for not even complaining. Like, they had Yushin's back to the T, even though even the bomb guy did not like Kang Moyeon. They didn't care. They just knew they had to save a life, and they had to have their brothers back, and they were going in. And I'm glad that no one of them got hurt. But I was so happy. And then the scene where he went to meet Myungju, and then he told Myungju how he was living, and then he gave her his tag that signified that he had given his all to her, his name to her. He's giving everything, his last breath to her. If anything happens to him, it's all for her now. Like, he's all hers. I have nothing again. I've handed everything over to you. My name is now yours and all. And that scene was so touching and so sad. I'm like, oh my goodness, So Young, you have to come back alive. But like I told you guys in my preview, that the shooting of the gun where Yushin carried his hand up, where the guy was holding the child and was gonna shoot, it's either So Young comes and shoots the gun, or Yushin somehow gets shot. But luckily it was So Young that came, and you should just see my reaction when So Young came. I was literally dancing on my seat, rejoicing when So Young came and helped him out. And I love how Yushin just played it off, and he's like, no, I was not in a mix. I was raising my hands to hug you because I'm so happy to see you here. I'm like, yeah, keep lying to yourself, boo. But I loved that scene, how they came, they saved them and all. But the scene that got me slightly riled up, and then as the drama was progressing, I kept on thinking about it, and I came to understand, was the whole situation with Kang Moyeon. When they saved Kang Moyeon, Agus died. Hallelujah. We don't need to spend more time on that. Goodbye, good readers and all. But I was kind of slightly surprised though that he died in this episode, because I'm like, what else is gonna happen? The main villain has died. How else are they gonna elongate this, except they end it here and they finally go back to Korea, and then we have romance scenes, and that's exactly what's happening. But Agus died and all. But when he saved her, when he came and you just saw how she was shot or she was hit, and he just got really mad and he was ready to commit murder and kill everyone. Like, his senses just went out of the window. I was just laughing because that's how him and So Young are similar. Remember how So Young's situation, how he beat the Agus right hand man when they came and everything, when they came to take the drugs, and how he beat the living daylight out of him and all. That was usually literally in that scene, ready to commit murder. I just didn't care, like, how dare you touch my woman. But I was slightly mad at Kang Moyeon when he saved her and she was thinking about breaking up with him. But as I was watching it, I came to understand that the reason why she considered breaking up with him is because she was scared that because of her, like, what he's doing, she understands his job. She now sees the honor in his job. She sees how he's doing this. Each time he goes into danger, he puts his life in danger, he goes on these missions, he's trying to save someone, he's trying to save a nation. She now understands it. But the fact that he could put himself in danger and be willing to die for her scared her. That someone loves me this much that he can give his life for me. I think that's where it comes to when I think about it. Like I told you guys some episodes back, how Jesus, my relationship with Jesus, that was just that moment, how it's unbelievable when, if you're a Christian, you first hear about Jesus and how he gave his life for you and all. You're like, he don't even know me, how can he love me this much? Like, but he knows you and all. But now in this situation, her boyfriend or the guy she's in love with loves her so much that he doesn't even think twice. He's willing to, even though he had a bulletproof vest. Thank goodness, because I was so scared. I wasn't sure if he took a bulletproof vest or not. I know that So De Young took one, but I wasn't sure if he took one. But that her boyfriend was willing to risk his life to save her, scared the living daylight out of her, that she also holds another person's life in her hands and not just her own life. And she could have caused this guy that she loves to die because he loves her so much he won't even think twice about taking a bullet for her, just like he took a bullet for Private Ryan, and it all went wrong. And the fact that even when he's going through all these troubles, all this pain, he can't actually tell her all that has happened and just release it out to her. And also I now started understanding where she was coming from and all, but I was so thankful she decided not to break up with him. She decided to accept him. Just let me know when you're going on a dangerous mission so I can be scared and worried, because I have the right to be scared and worried. Don't make it seem like everything is happy and then later I'll just find out you died. Like, how the heck did you die? Don't play me like that. Don't make me feel guilty after you died that I could have known and somehow be there for you. But no, I was living happily while you were going in danger. I want to worry along with you going on this mission. And also I came to understand her, and I was glad that they settled all that and they came together. And it was so nice how he was like so in shock when she accepted him and she didn't break up with him. Like, he's so used to her problems that he was expecting her to break up with him again. But luckily, thankfully, she didn't, because I'm like, seriously, writers, you guys ran out of ideas. You're gonna make them break up again after this and all. But thankfully she didn't break up, and her reaction was actually sincerely realistic. After being through that, you'd be too scared. I know many people were like, he just took a bullet for you, accept her, which was my own thinking too. Like, he just took a bullet for you, accept him. Why are you rejecting him? Why are you acting this way? But naturally she should react the way she reacted, because she should be scared. Everything that happened, she was just kidnapped. Like, putting her life is at risk sometimes, and most of the time if she's going to be with him, there are things that can happen. Even though yes, he can keep her safe, but there are also risks that come with the whole relationship. So I did understand her at the end of the day, and I'm glad that was settled. But the scene where they cooked for her and Myungju and her Myungju started having the argument of the doctor and their past. That scene was so funny. It cracked me up so much. I couldn't stop laughing. But I was so happy that they didn't drag out their fight. And she and Yushijin, she just went to Yushijin and told him, look here, yes, this happened to me, but that is my past, and I do not care about this guy. The guy I care about is you. Even if you give me all the men in the world, I will not take them. I will only take Yushijin. And he's like, I've been waiting to hear those words from you since the day I was born. I'm like, this guy is smooth. I will marry you, Yushijin. But this episode and then the ending where Dr. Song came and he was running with them was just the perfect ending. I actually thought Dr. Song was Yushijin at first before we saw that it was Dr. Song. I'm like, is he trying to be naked too so she also sees him and she stops looking at all these people? But it was Dr. Song. It wasn't Yushijin. And I'm like, hey, Dr. Song, if they leave you now and all. But that scene was so cute. This episode, there isn't really much to say with this episode. This episode was just satisfying. Everything was solved. There was no problem. Everything ended as it should have ended. But then comes the preview and we see how they have another risky mission, and there's gonna be a problem with our second lead. It's like I told you guys, if there's a problem with one lead, the other lead cannot be happy. If there's can be happy, and if there's no problem with one lead, then the other lead can't afford to be happy. She's doing it again. Kim In-suk is doing it again, and she's doing it this time to our other leads, the Myungju couple, because from the preview we see there's gonna be a problem in their relationship. I don't know what Myungju found out, but she's gonna probably, maybe he went on a secret mission or something he didn't tell her. I don't know. I can't make conclusions this time, but she's not gonna be happy about it, and there's gonna be problems in their relationship, and he's probably gonna get a gunshot from this mission that they're sending them to right now in Korea. So I am not looking forward to that. I just pray the writer doesn't kill So De-young. I have a feeling she is probably going to hurt him really bad or kill him. Can't you just leave all of them alive? Do you have to kill them? They're already in Korea. What is your problem? like, Deborah, it hasn't even happened. Imagine my reaction now if it actually happens. But hopefully it doesn't happen, because I will not be able to deal with So Young dying. Like, the So Young Myungju couple, I am sorry, but at this stage, like, the Song couple, I only like, the person I'm crazy about in that relationship is Yoo Shi-jin. But for the Myungju couple, like, their storyline just tugs at your heart. Like, the other couple makes you all happy, and it's cheesy and cringy and sweet and fluffy like cotton candy. But this other couple, the Myungju couple, it's like literally dragging at your heart and pulling you in. And also, I really hope that they did not kill any of our two. Like, I decided from this episode, I don't see any of them as second leads anymore. Everyone is a main lead. Like, the 4 couples are all main leads. They have all gained the right to be main leads. They are not second leads and all. So I really hope they don't kill So Young, or they don't hurt Yoo Shi-jin. Even if So Young gets a gunshot wound, at least allow him to survive and all. Don't let him die. But there's still 4 episodes remaining of this drama. We're just at episode 12. There's 16 episodes. There's still 13, 14, 15, 16 that's gonna go on. 13 and 14 is probably gonna be the whole Still the Young situation and the new mission they're gonna give them. And the 15 and 16 is probably gonna be the happy romance-ish ending, because I thought that was what was gonna happen when we go to Korea. We're obviously going to get a little bit of romance, but we're still gonna get action. So they're trying to tell us, look here, even if we're in Korea, action and stuff still happens in Korea, and the Alpha team still does their work and they still go about their business. Life doesn't just end because of Uruk and all. But I really enjoyed this episode. This was a sweet episode. This was a fluffy episode. It felt like cutting candy and all. I was so satisfied when Agus finally died, and I was so happy to hear that the diamonds guy did. Like, when they told him he didn't get his diamonds, I was so happy. Like, his reaction, I'm like, yes, dwell in that. After all you've gone through, you did not get the diamonds. That's what you get for acting the way you've been acting. Hopefully you learned some life lessons for this. But I was so happy that he was gonna be summoned to Korean courts and he's gonna be tried and hopefully go to prison, go suffer in prison, leave and suffer the consequences of your actions and learn from your actions. But this was such a nice episode. I wish the episode just ended here so no one dies and we all move on. But it would be Descendants of the Sun if it just ends the way it ended. But I'm really looking forward to next week. At least I can sleep well this week, even though we saw the whole So Young situation and it's scary. But I'm not as scared just because of the way this episode ended. Like, it was the perfect ending for me for this week. So I really liked it. Let me know what you all thought about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and keep being awesome, beautiful people you are. From me to you all, you know, I've got my love for you all. Stay awesome.